Let the breath start to come in and out through the nose. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Start rubbing the palms together. And then let the hands come into stillness, elbows out to the side, sit up nice and tall. And make the commitment right here, right now, that over these next 75 minutes, you are going to show up as much in the present moment, as much in this practice, as much for yourself as you can. That doesn't mean you're going to push yourself or hurt yourself. That means that you're going to show up and you're going to have awareness throughout this practice. You're going to try to increase your awareness. So easy for us to check out, especially when there are emotions that we don't want to feel, that we don't want to experience. But let this time right now be a time to check in, to really check into yourself. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Through the nose, exhale. Let's inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Argaren Namo, Jugargaren Namo, Sargaren Namo, Sri Gurudeve Namo. Argure Namo, Jugargure Namo, Sargure Namo, Sri Gurudeve Namo. Argure Namo, Jugargure Namo, Sargure Namo, Sri Gurudeve Namo. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath in, hold that intention to be with yourself, to be with the sensations, your mood, your mind, with as much kindness and compassion as possible. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale deeply again. Fill up on the breath, gently press the palms, activate the root lock, activate the navel, pulling the navel in and up, chin comes in. Eyes are focused up at the third eye center. Mahaband, the great seal. Hold the breath. Through the nose, exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. Hold Mahaband. And exhale, relax the hands down. All right, we're going to start by connecting with the breath. Using the right hand, take the right thumb and block the right nostril. Left hand can just be relaxed on your knee and start to breathe long, slow breaths only through the right or through the left nostril. So just closing the eyes and starting to just breathe through the left nostril. In and out. Slow, deep, steady breaths. Relax the right hand down, and we're going to switch sides. So lifting up the left hand, locking the left nostril, and now starting to bring the breath in and out through the right nostril only. Just breathing in and out through the right nostril now. Relax the left hand down, relax both hands down. Just take a few breaths in and out through both nostrils. Check in with how you're feeling after that breath work. Channeling the breath through the left nostril, the receptive nostril first, and then through the right nostril, the activating projective nostril. Right, we'll take our fingertips and bring our fingertips into our finger pads. Okay, so that first segment stays straight. When you hold this position, you want to feel a bit of a stretch in the palm. So it's not a loose, like just softly putting the finger pads there. It's really an active pulling of the fingers, that first segment back, and then pressing the pads against the fingertips against the finger pads, okay? Thumbs are extended away from the rest of the fingers. We'll lift these arms up to a 60-degree angle. So 0, 30, 60, find that 30-degree angle. Slightly lift your thumbs up a little bit more to face up towards the sky. And then let's start a breath of fire here, pumping the breath in and out through the nose. If you are not on your cycle, doing a breath of fire. If you're on your cycle or pregnant, doing long, deep breathing instead. But finding those nice straight arms up at 60-degree angles, charging yourself up for the day. Taking that energy from the lower triangle and starting to bring it up. Come on, you can do it. Keep those arms perfectly straight. Keep that active mudra. 20 more seconds. And take a deep breath in and bring the thumbs together over your head, and then extend your fingers up. Reach your fingers up, reach up. And exhale, sweep the arms down to the side, relaxing the arms down to the side. Just connecting with your breath again. And extend your legs out in front of you, shake the legs out. We're going to come into a squat, into a frog squat next. So coming into a squat, your heels are lifted, you're up on your toes, and your knees are coming out to the side, okay? Fingertips are on the ground. Fingertips are pressing against the ground right underneath your shoulders. You can put a little bit of weight into the hands. We're gonna do 13 frog squats. So as you inhale, you're gonna lift your legs straight up into the air. You're gonna try to stay on your heels. As you exhale, you're gonna come back into this position with the chest lifted, okay? So you're gonna do 13. Inhale, lift the hips up, drop the head down. Exhale, drop the hips back down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, straight legs, exhale down. You're gonna do 13, and then I want you to rest in this squat. Nice, strong breath, lifting those hips up. Once you've done 13, just relax in the squat for a second. All right, we're gonna do 13 more, but we're gonna change up the breath. So now on the exhale, we'll lift the hips up, and on the inhale, we'll come back down. So it'll be an exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Do 13 more. Once you've done 13 more, I want you to come standing up and just relax standing up. Just catch your breath here, slow down the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Start to warm up the spine and the legs a little bit more. You can cross your thumbs, reach up into the air, come into a slight backward bend, lifting the heart up. Exhale, come into a forward fold, coming and touching the ground, touching the toes. Inhale, come standing up. Come in that slight backward bend. Exhale, down. That's 2. You're gonna do 13. Inhale up for 3. Start to count on your own. Do 13 of these, just as you did 13 with the frog squats. Nice deep breaths, lifts you up. Once you've done 13, you're going to come and relax on your back. All right, we're going to be really precise with these next exercises. We're only going to work with the legs. So you're going to zip the legs up, lift your heels 6 inches from the ground, just 6 inches from the ground, and start to do a breath of fire, pumping the breath in and out, just 6 inches from the ground. So heels 6 inches from the ground and pump that breath in and out with breath of fire. Get really precise. What I want you to do is I want you to hold it for as long as you can. When you have to relax, just bring both heels down. But I want you to give it the best go that you have. Really finding your edge, your limit, that activation in the core. We won't hold it any longer than 20 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the legs down, relax on the back. Try to let go of any holding right now. All right, zip the legs back up, bring the legs right next to each other. This time we're gonna come a foot up, same thing. Lift the straight legs together, lift them up a foot from the ground, 12 inches this time, double what you just did. It actually might be a little bit easier holding the legs here at 12 inches from the ground and start to pump the navel again, breath of fire. At this 12 inches height, we're working with the liver, we're working with the spleen, the pancreas, the gallbladder. We're gonna work systematically with different parts of the body. You got 20 more seconds with these different heights. You can do it. Do your best for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the legs down. Relax. So that first height we did at 6 inches works with the ovaries, with the sex glands. When we get to that 12 inches, we're working with the navel point, we're working with the kidneys, liver, spleen, pancreas. We're gonna come up to a 45-degree angle, get a little bit more into the liver. So legs are straight, keep the legs straight, lift the heels so your legs are at a 45-degree angle. So they're halfway between straight up and laying down. Start that breath of fire again. You're on the clock, go, 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 go. Feel that stretch through the legs, it'll make them lighter. Here we go, last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax the heels back down to the ground. Release them back down to the ground. Relax on the back. As we're working with the different angles, we're working our way up the chakras. Now we're going to start to work with the heart, the lungs, and the stomach at a 60-degree angle. So get your legs nice and straight, feel them straight, then lift the legs straight up to 60 degrees. It's usually a little bit higher than you want it to be. Should be maybe a little bit easier because your legs aren't as parallel to the ground. Start that breath of fire again. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax the legs back down. So we have an option with this last leg lift. You can have your legs just up at 90 degrees. If you feel really confident in yourself and you know shoulder stand really well, then you could work your way into shoulder stand. I will walk you through shoulder stand, but I only really want you to get into shoulder stand if you feel super confident in it, since you're not in the same space as me. And I can't watch it as well. So go ahead and start either way by lifting your legs up to 90 degrees. You could keep the legs here at 90 degrees. If you want to work into shoulder stand, you're going to pop your hips up higher. You're going to work your hands underneath your lower back, getting the hips over the shoulders, letting the weight of the body be in the shoulders, not in the neck, and lift the legs straight up above you. Either way, start breath of fire wherever you are, breath of fire in and out. Last one. Getting into the pituitary gland, the pineal gland. And then slowly start to return yourself back down. Coming back down to the ground, just resting on your back. Relaxing on the back for a little bit here before we go into our next part of the set. I'm going to flip onto the stomach next. Coming on to the stomach. We're going to do a variation of bow pose. So it's not going to be full bows to start. We'll work our way up to full bow, but we're going to start simply by laying on the belly, keeping your chin on the ground so the chin stays centered. You're not going to lift the head or the chest up. You're going to reach your left hand back and across to grab your right ankle. So left arm reaches back, grabs the right ankle. The left leg just stays relaxed on the ground. So left leg stays straight. Your right leg is bent. You're holding it with the left ankle. And then you're just going to try to lift that left leg up. So the chin stays down. You're coming into just like a half of a bow. Half of a bow. So you can press through that right leg to help lift that leg up. Be kind to your knees. We don't want any sharp pain in the knees here. If you feel sharp pain, I want you to come out of it. You feel some opening and some stretching, that's normal. Let's start a breath of fire again, breath of fire. And inhale up. Exhale down, relax both legs long. We're gonna switch sides. So now taking the right hand behind you and across the back, reaching over and grabbing the left ankle behind you. Keeping the chin down on the floor, start to lift the leg up, lifting that left leg up behind you, and doing breath of fire again. Get a little bit deeper into it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax both legs down. All right, now we're gonna work our way into full bow. So both knees bend, reach back and grab the corresponding hand to the corresponding ankle. Start to press your legs straight. Try to keep the knees in, try to keep the ankles in at the same width as the hips. Pressing and lifting the chest up this time, coming up as high as you can and starting that breath of fire again for the last time in bow. Lifting up, feeling the shoulders pull back. Get up a little bit higher for the last 15 seconds. Lift up a little bit higher. Press into those thighs. Lift yourself up. This is going to feel so good afterwards. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax yourself down. Then let's come right up into life nerve stretch. So pressing into your hands, lifting yourself up, extending your legs out in front of you. So legs are extended straight out in front of you. If you need to sit up on a cushion or something, go ahead and use that cushion. Legs are straight out in front of you. Sitting up tall, grab somewhere on the legs. Grab somewhere on your legs where you can really hold on, you can grip on. Inhale the spine straight. Exhale with that straight spine, bring it towards your feet. So inhale up, exhale heart towards the feet. Inhale straight spine, exhale heart towards the feet. And keep moving up and down with your breath. And inhale the spine up tall. Exhale, get deeper into the stretch. And start a breath of fire. Holding that stretch of the life nerve, some of the thicker nerves in the backs of the legs. Excuse me. That energetically go all the way up to the third eye. So focus those eyes, with the eyes closed, focus up at the third eye center to the pituitary gland, activating that pituitary gland, feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. Keep the breath of fire going. Inhale in even deeper. Exhale, stay in it. On the base of your exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Squeeze Mulabandh. Hold it. Hold the breath out. And inhale. Lift yourself back up. You can shake the legs out a little bit. Then we're going to come into celibate pose next. So that means your knees will be out in front of you. I want you to make sure you have cushions and blankets, some things that can support you in this, because we are going to be in celibate pose for a little bit. So celibate pose, the knees are out in front of you. You can start by sitting on your heels. Okay, this might be the extent of where you go. You might even need some support here, either putting something underneath the ankles, putting something underneath the hips, putting something underneath the knees, finding a way that you can work with this posture. If this is okay for you, what you can do is very slowly start to spread the feet apart so that the hips start to settle down in between the two feet. So stay here for a moment, feel into this, and then we're actually going to come back, leaning back. So bringing the hands down first. If you can bring your forearms down, bring your forearms down. If you can come all the way down onto your back, you can come all the way down onto your back. We're going to be here for a minute. So just start to connect with your breath here. And then start to go into a breath of fire. Take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale. Slowly start to bring yourself back up to an upright celibate pose. If you can stay here in celibate pose like this, stay exactly as you are. If you feel like you're gonna need any support, I want you to find some support for this. So that might be putting something underneath your hips. That might be putting something thin underneath your, in between, right below your knees. Just find a comfortable way. I mean, it won't be completely comfortable, but find a way that this can work without any sharp pain. The hands relax on the thighs. And start to go into long, deep, slow breathing. So really starting to extend your breath, coming back to that commitment of staying with yourself, even in a lot of sensation. And take a deep, full, complete breath in. I'm going to slowly start to transition out of this. So start to bring your heels together underneath you, coming back into rock pose first. Then it might be nice to come forward onto your hands and knees and just kind of lift and lower the ankles behind you. Just shake that out a little bit. You might want to extend the right leg or the left leg back. Extending legs. stretching them out. We're going to come back into rock pose to start. One more posture here. So we're going to come into camel. So you're going to start with your knees about hips distance apart, your ankles about hips distance apart. Come standing up on your knees. Let your hands come to the lower back. Palms are pressing into the lower back. Fingers are facing down. Thumbs are on the outside. And then start to bring your head back, lifting your chest up, lifting the upper part of the chest, pressing and lifting up, trying to keep the hips forward. If you feel really comfortable here and you want to reach back for your ankles, and that's very accessible for you, you can reach back, but don't let your hips move back. Keep your hips and your pelvis pushing forward. And let's do breath of fire here. You're doing so good. We're starting to wind down. This is our last backward bend of our practice. Really open that chest up. And inhale a little bit deeper into the posture. Feel that head go back, the chest lift up. And then on your exhale, slowly start to stack the spine back up straight. Sit back. Then extend your legs out. You can shake your legs out a little bit. We're going to come into a seated position. That's not a very common seated position in Kundalini Yoga, so I want to go over it in depth. It's Sadhana seat. So it's nice to have a cushion or a blanket for this one because you're not really sitting on top of your, you're going to want something to kind of prop yourself up. So have your cushion, take your left foot, your left heel, and bring it right in towards the groin. So it's like you're sitting on top of the left heel. So that could be pressing against your perineum. Take the bottom of the right foot and bring that so it's resting in the space between the thigh and the calf of the left foot. Okay. And then if this knee is up really high, I want you to take a pillow or something and put it underneath it so it's not floating up in the air. We want to take care of our knees, especially after the set that we just did. So relax that down. So it looks like we've got that. Interlace the fingers, extend the index fingers, bring the arms straight up over the head, and we're going to do Sat Kriya here. So on Sat, the navel comes in. On Nam, the navel relaxes out, and you focus at the third eye. Activating the navel on Sat, relaxing the navel on Nam. Take a deep breath in. Sit, Nam, 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 sit, Nam 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 sit, nam. Inhale. Reach the arms up, get the arms totally straight. Activate the root lock, squeeze the root lock, feel the energy going up the spine, through the crown of the head, through the arms, out into infinity. Bring the energy up from the base of the spine. Lift that Kundalini energy, lift it up. Keep the arms up, exhale. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Inhale. And as you exhale here, release the arms down by the side. Extend the right leg. Extend the left leg, come onto your back. We've got one more exercise before our final relaxation. One more minute of work. This set is really tapping us into all of that energy, that power, that creative force we have in the lower part of the body and the pelvis. We're going to work with using that energy for our higher self, for our higher purpose. Extending the legs straight, bringing the legs right next to each other. Last time, we're going to lift the straight legs up to 6 inches from the ground, breath of fire. You're on the clock already. Legs are 6 inches from the ground, heels just 6 inches from the ground. Pump the navel in and out. This is the last bit of work here. Know that it's going to feel so good when you are able to relax, especially if you work your hardest, your best right now, pumping that breath, engaging that core, relaxing the arms, relaxing the shoulders. Let the core do the work. Let the legs do the work. Keep the toes pointed, keep the heels lifted 6 inches from the ground. Here we go. Last 15 seconds. You just hold tight for 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the heels down, relax the arms down, let everything go. Just completely relax on your back and surrender to the floor. And take a nice, deep, full breath in. And a complete breath out through the nose. And feel into what part of your body wants to move first. Just feel it first before you move it. And then start to find some subtle movement, either in the hands or the feet or the hips, somewhere in the body, starting to stretch yourself back. And then start to move all the hands and all the feet, all the fingers, all the toes. Start to circle the hands on the wrists, circle the feet on the ankles. And then bring your knees into your chest and squeeze the knees in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then start to rock side to side, side to side. Then bring the bottoms of the feet together, rub the bottoms of the feet, bring the palms together, rub the palms. And wrap the arms around the knees again, squeeze tight. Lift the head up this time and start to rock up and down the spine, up and down the spine, coming all the way up into a seated position, coming to a cross-legged seated position for our meditation. So the name of the meditation today is Beyond Fear. With these practices, we never go beyond our emotions. We never leave them forever. But what we can do in these meditations is process them, is to work with them, to integrate them. And fear is actually a very helpful feeling. The problem is when we don't feel it and it starts to run our life, when we don't allow ourselves to know where our fear is coming from, what we're afraid of, and we suppress it or we ignore it, and then we are acting out of that fear without awareness. So this practice, we're going to hold the breath out. Whenever we hold the breath out, we're working with fear, we're working with anxiety, we're working with relieving stress. So the mudra is kind of this fun mudra where the fingers, all the fingers, tips, and the thumbs come together. The arms are just by the side. The elbows are just by the side. The arms are going to come out to like 120-degree angle. So there's a 120-degree angle between the arms. So if the arms are here straight out, and sorry, let me bring this down. If the arms are straight out in front of you, this would be like 30 degrees over and then 60 degrees over, and then you'd have 120 in between, okay? So that's what you want to find. The fingertips, again, are together and they're pointing straight up. The forearms are parallel to the ground. So forearms are parallel, fingers are pointing straight up. We're going to hold this mudra. We're going to close the eyes, sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulder blades down the back. Take a deep breath in. Take a full, complete breath out through the nose. Lock the breath out and chant mentally, sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Deep breath in. Make sure you fill up on the breath completely and then exhale all the breath out again. Get all the breath out and chant Sata Nama 4 times. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Deep breath in. Right back into it. Exhale completely. Chant it mentally to yourself 4 times. Satanama. Chanting 4 times. So it's a 16 count. We're counting it out with those 4 satanamas. If you need to go faster, you just go faster if your breath capacity is less. If you can keep it nice and slow, keep it nice and slow. Eyes are closed. Keep the eyes closed, but focus them up at the third eye center. And really chant the mantra into the third eye, projecting the sound current of sa, ta, na, ma on the held breath out into the third eye. And continuing that breath pattern to release the fear, to process the fear, to go through the fear. And if the fear comes up, well, don't be surprised because that's what we're working with. See if you can love it. See if you can incorporate it. See if you can not fight it, but allow. Try to stay consistent for the last minute. Inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Full complete breath in. And exhale, let the breath go. Let the breath just come back to normal. Relax the hands down onto the knees. Sit up nice and tall and relaxed. Just connect with your breath as it is. Fill yourself with your own awareness, soft awareness throughout the entire body, the physical and energetic, the mental. Let your presence fill your entire space softly, gently, and kindly. Let's bring the hands together in prayer pose in front of the heart, elbows out to the side. Taking this place of connection, this place of kindness, this place of courage within ourselves, and recognizing that in the world. We'll chant 3 long satnams, connecting to the universal truth. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Bringing the thumbs up to the point in between the eyebrows and bowing to that connection, bowing to source, bowing to the light within you and around you. Sat Nam.